Hey everyone, welcome to Market Intel. I'm Lonnie Rodriguez, Marketing Director at Queued Up Agency.
And I'm Maya Chen. We're here to break down this week's biggest AI developments in content creation, October 27th through November 3rd.
And wow, Maya, this was a packed week. We've got Canva making some really aggressive moves, OpenAI dealing with a full-blown Hollywood controversy,
And Google quietly dropping a massive upgrade to NotebookLM that I think a lot of people missed.
Exactly. So let's dig into all three. We'll talk about what actually matters for small business marketers and creators, what the real costs are, and where the landmines are.
Let's start with Canva because this one's big.
So Canva dropped what they're calling a creative operating system on October 29th, and they're not playing around. They built their own proprietary AI design model.
Yeah. And this isn't just another image generator. What makes it different?
The key is that it creates fully editable designs with layers. So instead of getting a flat image you can't change, you get a design with separate text layers, objects, backgrounds, all editable.
Okay, that's actually huge because most AI image tools give you something pretty, but if you want to change the headline or move an element, you're stuck.
Exactly. And it works across formats. Social posts, presentations, videos, forms, websites. You can create once and adapt everywhere.
So what's the other big move they made?
They made Affinity Creative Suite completely free for all Canva users. That's normally a $170 value.
Wait, the whole Affinity Suite? That's photo, designer, and publisher.
All of it. Free. Which is a direct shot at Adobe. They're essentially saying, we'll give you professional-grade tools plus AI, and you don't need Creative Cloud anymore.
Okay, so let's talk numbers. What does this actually cost?
Canva Pro is $120 a year, which breaks down to $10 a month. For that, you get unlimited AI access, the full Affinity Suite, brand kit features, all of it.
Versus Adobe Creative Cloud at what, $60 a month?
Yep. And if you're juggling multiple tools, let's say Adobe, a video editor, a form builder, maybe an email design tool, you're easily spending $80 to $100 a month. Canva's positioning this as your entire creative stack for $10.
That's a compelling value proposition for SMBs. But what's the catch? There's always a catch.
Yes, there is. So here's the reality check. Canva's AI handles about 70 to 80% of everyday design tasks really well. But if you need precision work, complex photo manipulation, advanced vector editing, you're still going to need Photoshop or Illustrator.
So it's not a full Adobe replacement for professional designers.
Right? It's more like if you're a marketing manager creating social posts, email headers, presentation slides, this handles that beautifully. If you're a professional designer doing client work that requires pixel-perfect precision, you'll still need the Pro Tools.
What about template fatigue? If everyone's using the same AI model, doesn't everything start looking the same?
That's a real concern, yeah. As adoption increases, you risk that "I've seen this design before" feeling. The AI is generating based on design conventions it's learned, so there's definitely a risk of homogenization.
Is the free tier worth using, or do you really need Pro?
You really need Pro. The free tier has serious AI limitations. You'll get a taste of what it can do, but if you want to actually use this as your primary tool, the Pro subscription is basically mandatory.
Okay, so what did the experts say about this? I know Robert Kowalski from Canva made some comments.
Yeah, he's their global head of product. He said something interesting. People want to start with a prompt and get far, but also iterate directly themselves. And I think that really captures what they're going for. It's not about replacing designers. It's about giving you a strong starting point that you can then customize.
Did anyone test this in the real world yet?
There was a reviewer who tested the AI video editor. They uploaded 10 minutes of raw interview footage, asked it to create a 2-minute highlight reel, and got a usable first draft in about 5 minutes.
Versus how long normally?
They said it would have taken them about 2.5 hours to do that manually. So we're talking about a 95% time reduction.
Wow. Okay, so bottom line, who should actually use this?
If you're a small business marketer or content creator managing multiple content types on a tight budget, this is probably worth testing. Start with the Pro trial. See if it fits your workflow. But keep Photoshop or another Pro tool in your back pocket for when you need that extra 20% of precision.
Makes sense. All right, let's move to OpenAI because this one got messy.
So OpenAI launched Sora 2 as a standalone iOS app on September 30th, and it exploded, hit 1 million downloads in under a week.
Faster than ChatGPT's initial launch, right?
Exactly. And technically, it's impressive. You type a text prompt, it generates a 10-second video with dialogue and sound effects. For SMBs trying to create video content without a production budget, that's game-changing.
But then things went sideways.
Yeah, big time. The problem was their default copyright model. It was opt-out, which meant users could generate videos featuring copyrighted characters. SpongeBob, Mickey Mouse, scenes from Breaking Bad, all without permission.
Oh no, how did the studios react?
They were furious. Disney opted out entirely. The Motion Picture Association, that's the major studio's trade group. Their chairman, Charles Rivkin, put out a statement demanding immediate and decisive action.
So this became a full Hollywood versus OpenAI battle.
Exactly. And it's not just posturing. Entertainment lawyers are warning users that if you create content with copyrighted material using Sora, you're taking on legal risk personally.
Okay, but setting aside the copyright drama for a second, what does this cost for regular creators?
So there's a free tier that gives you 30 video generations per day, which is actually pretty generous for testing and light use. If you're a ChatGPT Pro subscriber at $200 a month, you get 100 generations per day. And they just added a $4 option for 10 additional videos if you run out.
That's incredible. But what about quality?
Here's where it gets tricky. The quality is inconsistent. A lot of outputs still have that dreamlike, slightly uncanny feel. It's not broadcast ready for most use cases. Think of it more as a rapid prototyping tool or for creating rough concepts.
And every video has a watermark?
Yep. Visible watermark on every output. There are third-party tools that claim to remove it, but that raises even more copyright in terms of service issues.
So if I'm a small business owner, should I be using this?
Be very careful. If you're creating content with original characters and scenarios you own, like product demos, testimonial-style videos, abstract concepts, you're probably okay. But avoid any copyrighted characters or scenes, even if the tool technically lets you generate them.
What did the lawyers say about that?
Ray Seeley, who's an entertainment litigator, basically said, if they use it at their own risk, which is lawyer speak for, you will get sued if you use copyrighted content.
And OpenAI's own CEO admitted there's a problem.
Sam Altman said they're working on giving rights holders more control and exploring compensation models. But that's all future tense. Right now, it's the Wild West.
So early access is here, but the legal framework isn't.
Exactly. This Hollywood battle is going to reshape how the tool evolves. I'd say wait and see how this plays out unless you have a very specific use case that doesn't touch any copyrighted material.
All right, let's pivot to something less controversial. Google's NotebookLM upgrade.
So this one flew under the radar a bit, but it's actually really powerful. On October 28th, Google upgraded NotebookLM with an 8 times larger context window.
What does that mean in practical terms?
1 million tokens, which translates to roughly 750,000 words. So you can upload 50-plus long-form articles, research papers, blog posts, and analyze all of them in a single conversation.
That's a lot of content. What's the use case here?
Think content strategy and competitive research. You upload all your competitors' blog posts, customer reviews, industry reports, and then you ask NotebookLM to identify gaps. themes, opportunities.
And it added custom personas.
Yeah, that's the other big feature. You can tell it, act as a brand strategist analyzing these materials. Or you're an SEO analyst looking for content gaps. It takes on that role and analyzes everything through that lens.
How is this different from just using ChatGPT for research?
The key difference is that NotebookLM only uses your uploaded sources. It doesn't hallucinate or make things up. If the answer isn't in your documents, it tells you. With ChatGPT, you're always wondering, is this from my documents or from its training data?
Okay, and the cost?
Completely free. No usage caps, no freemium limits. Just upload and ask questions.
That seems almost too good to be true for 2025. What's the catch?
A couple things. First, you have to manually gather and upload all your sources. It doesn't search the web for you. You're curating the knowledge base yourself.
So it's more work up front.
Exactly. And second, data privacy. Everything you upload is stored by Google. So if you're dealing with sensitive business information or client data, that might be a concern.
What about the quality of responses?
Google reported a 50% improvement in user satisfaction when using large source collections. But it's very much garbage in and garbage out. If you upload low-quality sources, you'll get low-quality analysis.
Did anyone test this with real work?
There was a content marketer who used the persona feature to analyze 50 of their company's blog posts looking for tone inconsistencies. They said it saved about 6 hours of manual review work.
That's a significant time savings. So who should use this?
If you're doing content strategy work, competitive analysis, or synthesizing large amounts of research, this is perfect. Just remember, you need to do the legwork of gathering quality sources first.
Got it. Free tool, massive power, but you need to feed it well.
Exactly.
All right, before we wrap, let's hit the quick hits. What else happened this week?
TikTok launched AI Creator Tools on October 28th. AI Outline generates video structure and hashtags from prompts, and Smart Split auto-edits long videos into shorts. Both free on TikTok Studio Web.
Instagram?
Instagram added AI editing directly to stories on October 23rd. You can type prompts to add, remove, or change elements in photos and videos. Makes generative AI accessible to 2 billion users.
And HeyGen?
HeyGen released Avatar 4 on October 30th with 2 times faster rendering and near photorealistic results. Plans start at $29 a month.
Nice. All right, let's wrap this up.
So to recap, Canva is consolidating the creative workflow into one affordable platform. Sora is democratizing video production, but with major legal landmines. And NotebookLM just became a free research powerhouse.
The theme I'm seeing is accessible, but complicated. These tools are more available than ever, but you really need to understand the trade-offs.
That's a great way to put it. The power is there, the price is right, but the responsibility is on you to use them wisely.
Especially with Sora and copyright.
Especially with Sora. Now, if you want to dive deeper into any of these stories, we've got links to all our sources in the description below.
And for more insights on our weekly research, make sure to subscribe to our newsletter at queuedup.com. We break down the AI developments that actually matter for content creators.
That's market intel for this week. We'll see you next Wednesday with 3 more stories. Stay informed, not overwhelmed.
See you next week, everyone.
Oh, and by the way, in case you didn't notice, while the research and insights are 100% from our human team at QDUP,
this entire conversation was brought to you by Lonnie's digital avatar and yours truly, his AI co-host.
We're practicing what we preach. If AI tools can help us create consistent, high-quality content,
why not use them? See you next week.